Now we are going to start second lesson of chemistry, acid, bases and salts. Okay, so we have to study about acid, bases, salt, their chemical reactions. So some basic information, acid. So which substances are called as the acid? Substance which contain H plus ion. The substances which contain H plus ion, these substances are called as acid, and acids are generally sold to test. Okay, so there are two types of acid. First one mineral acid, second one organic acid. So acids which are made from minerals that we use in laboratory, that are the mineral acids like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. And acids that we obtain from the fruits, flowers, vegetables naturally, animal body, that acids are called as the organic acids or natural acids like acetic acid, citric acid, oxalic acid, formic acid which is present in the body of ant and honeybee. So these all are the organic acids. Now base, what is base? Base is the substance which contain OH minus ion. This ion is called as the hydrogen ion, H plus. This ion is called as the hydroxide ion, OH minus. And generally bases are bitter to taste and they are also soapy to touch. And common example, KOH, potassium hydroxide, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, MgOH twice, magnesium hydroxide, then CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide. And see, these bases, among these bases, some bases dissolve in water, not all. Some bases dissolve in water. So bases that dissolve in water, they are also called as alkalis. Now indicator. So what is indicator? Indicator is substance that changes its color or odor. Odor means smell when put in acid or in base. When we add the indicator in acid or in base, it will give different color or it may give different odor. Okay, so here we have some common indicators that are available in the laboratory. Litmus paper, methyl orange, phenolphthalein. Now see, litmus paper, neutral litmus paper is purple in color. And from that purple litmus paper, two litmus papers are made. One is blue in color, one is red in color. Okay, but originally the neutral litmus paper is purple in color. Then methyl orange is originally orange in color. And this phenolphthalein, originally it is colorless. Now when this litmus paper is added in the acid solution, when we put the litmus paper in the acid solution, if we have a blue litmus paper, blue litmus changes to red. But if we have red, red always remain red in acid. Now if we have red litmus paper and if we add it in the base, then red changes to blue. So in acid, blue litmus changes to red and in base, red litmus changes to blue. But here if we have red, red remains red and there in base, blue remains blue. Now methyl orange is originally orange in color. When we put it in the acid solution, this orange color of the methyl orange turns to red in acid and in base it changes to yellow. So color of indicator changes. Now phenolphthalein is originally colorless. When we put it in the acid solution, colorless phenolphthalein remain colorless. But when we put it in a base, the colorless phenolphthalein changes to pink in color. So these are the indicator which changes their color. But there are some indicator which changes their odor. So they are called as the olfactory indicators. And one common indicator which is used in the laboratory, that is called as the universal indicator. Now olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators are the indicator whose odor means smell, changes in acid and in base. So that whose smell changes in acid and base are called as the olfactory indicators. Example is onion extract, vanilla extract or eucalyptus oil or clove extract. These are the olfactory indicators, means when we add them into the acid or in base, they will give different smell. Now generally for identification of acid and base and their values, we use the universal indicator. So we have detailed topic about the universal indicator. Now universal indicator is the mixture of various indicator and universal indicator not only tells us the solution is whether it is acid or base, it also tells us whether it is strong acid, strong base, weak acid, weak base. That we will see afterward. Now we have two types of acid, strong acid, weak acid. Now strong acid means the acid which produce more H plus ion when it is added in water. When the acid which produces more H plus ion, that acid is called as the strong acid. So all mineral acids like HCl, H2SO4, nitric acid, HNO3 are strong acid, and weak acid which produces less H plus ion. So generally organic acids like acetic acid, oxalic acid, they are the weak acids. Okay. Now again there are two types of acid, dilute acid and concentrated acid. See every time we are having different types of acid, mineral acid, organic acid, weak acid, strong acid. Now here we have concentrated acid, dilute acid. Now concentrated acid means what? Acid which contain less amount of water, and acid which contain more amount of water, that acid is called as the dilute acid. Now we have one common question, how to dilute an acid. Now see, diluting acid is highly exothermic process, means in this process high amount of energy is released. So diluting of acid is done with too much care and by the proper process. Now see, dilution of acid is always done by adding concentrated acid gradually, means drop by drop, to water with continuous stirring. Means what? In beaker we have to take the water and then we have to add the acid drop by drop in that water. So we have to add the acid drop by drop into the water. Okay. Water, we cannot directly add the water. We cannot take the acid in a beaker and from above we cannot add the water. If we do like that, if we add directly water, whole amount of water is put into the acid, then water get evaporated and high amount of energy is released and it could be explode. It may hurt you. So dilution of acid is always done with the proper process and by taking care. So in dilution of acid, we have to add drop by drop acid into the water. Now we have to study reactions of acid. So we have different reactions of acid. So first, acid react with metals to form hydrogen gas. So this is general statement. If you know the general statement, you can write the number of reactions. So metal plus acid gives salt plus hydrogen gas. When metal react with acid, both react with each other to form salt and hydrogen gas. Now metals may be of different type and generally we have acids for reaction is generally hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Okay, so here we have metal Zn react with H2SO4 means sulfuric acid. Then this Zn and this SO4 react to form ZnSO4, zinc sulfate, and hydrogen gas is liberated. So for the gaseous state we give the arrow, for the hydrogen we have given arrow. Then if we change the acid, zinc react with hydrochloric acid. Then this zinc and this twice Cl2 react with each other to give zinc chloride ZnCl2 with liberation of hydrogen gas. If we take the magnesium, magnesium react with twice of HCl, hydrochloric acid, then we get the magnesium chloride with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Now if we take the copper, copper react with sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So here we will get the copper sulfate and hydrogen gas is formed. So what is general statement? Metal react with acid to form salt plus hydrogen gas. Now we have seen reaction of acid with metal. Now reaction of acid with metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate. When acid react with metal carbonate or acid react with metal hydrogen carbonate, product is always same, salt plus CO2 plus H2. General statement. So acid react with metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate to give salt plus CO2 plus H2O. Only in the salt number of molecule changes. Now see first, acid reacts with metal carbonate to give salt plus CO2 plus H2O. Now for acid we have taken hydrochloric acid and metal carbonate. Here, what is the example of metal carbonate? Sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate means washing soda. Formula is Na2CO3. Now see, these twice of Na and these twice of Cl react with each other to form NaCl, that is the salt, common salt. There are different types of salt. So NaCl plus CO2 plus H2O. So acid reacts with sodium carbonate to give NaCl plus CO2 plus H2O. Second example, again we have acid hydrochloric acid. We have changed the metal carbonate. Which is the metal carbonate? That is the calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Now these Ca and these twice of Cl react with each other to form salt, CaCl2, calcium chloride, with the formation of CO2 and H2O. So whenever there is a reaction between acid and metal carbonate, it always forms salt plus CO2 plus H2O. And similar products are also formed when acid reacts with metal hydrogen carbonate. Here metal carbonate is written, here metal hydrogen carbonate is written. So metal hydrogen carbonates are also called as the bicarbonates. Now see, for acid we have taken HCl, but for metal hydrogen carbonate we have taken NaHCO3. Here we have written Na2CO3. H is not there. Here we have H, NaHCO3. It is called as sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is also called as sodium bicarbonate and the common name is baking soda. So HCl react with NaHCO3. So these Na and this Cl react with each other to form salt, NaCl plus CO2 plus H2O. So this reaction and in this reaction products are same, but only the number of molecules of the salt are different. Here we have 2 molecules of NaCl and here we have 1 molecule of NaCl. So what is general statement? Whenever acid reacts with metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, what are the products? Products are always salt plus CO2 plus H2O. But see, salt means not, every time salt means not NaCl. Salt may be of a different type. This salt is common salt. There are different types of salts are also there. Now 2 more reactions for acid. So first reaction is neutralization and second one is also called as neutralization. Now see, whenever acid reacts with base to form salt and water, this is actually neutralization reaction. The reaction in which acid and base reacts with each other to form salt and water. So general statement, acid plus base react with each other to give salt plus water. Now acid, we have taken example of acid. What is acid here? HCl. Base NaOH. This Na and this Cl react with each other to form NaCl. This H and OH reacts with each other to form water. So HCl, hydrochloric acid, NaOH, sodium hydroxide react with each other to form salt, NaCl plus H2O. So this is neutralization reaction. Now acid react with base. Similarly, acid can also react with the metal oxides. Now we know metal, most important thing, metal oxides are basic in nature. This term we have many times in the chemistry, in the 10th standard. Metal oxides are basic in nature and non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So acid can react with metal oxide. Why acid can react with metal oxide? Because metal oxides are basic in nature. So acid reacts with metal oxide to form salt and water. So acid reacts with metal oxides. Metal oxides are basic in nature to form salt and water. So it is also type of neutralization reaction. So here we have taken acid, HCl. Metal oxide, metal is copper. Copper oxide is metallic oxide, which is basic in nature. So this copper and this twice of Cl reacts with each other to give copper chloride with the formation of water. So acid plus metal oxides also give salt and water. This is also a type of neutralization reaction.